Alright, the round of 12 is underway in the NASCAR Cup Series 2024 playoffs. The first race of these was taking place at Kansas this weekend, so let's have a look back. Let's review it. Let's go through the 5 things that we learned from this race. So, here we go, guys. Very eventful race around Kansas City, Kansas this weekend. And let's start with Chris Bell, who for me really should have done better in this race. He definitely had a very good opportunity to win in both stage 1 and stage 2, but he hit the wall in both of those stages, ended up handing the stage wins to different drivers because of that really big missed opportunity. He ended up in 7th place by the finish, which given the challenges of some of the guys around him is not that bad of a result. Bell is in 3rd place in the standings after this round, but yeah, definitely missed opportunity, but it could have also been a lot worse. Some of his rivals up there in the championship were definitely struggling more. One of them was Kyle Larson, and again, this was not his fault really. It seemed as though he just seemed to make a mistake through the corner and run wide into the wall, damaged his car. However, it was a puncture that ended up causing this, the tiniest little cut in his tyre. They showed it on the TV coverage. It was honestly, it was smaller than the tip of this guy's pen that he was looking at in the pit lane. So yeah, really sad one for Kyle Larson for sure. He got back out again. The guys tried to repair the car, but it was not competitive. He was complaining over the radio that he was far too draggy, which around any kind of oval track is just a real hide into nothing. He did finish the race though up in 26th, which is not a disaster given what it could have been easily as well. But yeah, down to 4th in the standings after a perfect weekend in Bristol. He is very much brought back down to earth in Kansas. A bit like Dorothy or something, like, you know, like I was just realising that. But yeah, next up, let's talk about the stage 1 winner. So I mentioned that Chris Bell was definitely in the running for this, as was Ty Gibbs and Joey Logano as well. And like I said, a wide moment for Chris Bell. Chris Bell dominated stage 1, but he just made that one mistake and it cost him. William Byron ended up winning stage 1, and because of that, and of course getting a 2nd place overall in this race, Byron is now the new leader in the Cup Series playoff standings. So very eventful for sure there. The next stage was won by Chase Briscoe. Just a quick one, just saying that he won it really. I mean, there wasn't too much happening. There were some guys up near the front of the standings, front of the order I should say, that were kind of threatening to win that one, but it was Chase Briscoe in the end with that. And of course, Chase Briscoe is still in the playoffs in 11th place, but he did finish all the way down in 24th, unfortunately for him during this race. So those stage points will help him, but yeah, he's got a ways to go to climb out of the drop zone, as it were, because he is below the dotted line, as it were. So yeah, the final thing that we learned is that a non-playoff driver again has won a race, and this happened in the round of 16, of course, with Ross Chastain, with Chris Buescher winning at Watkins Glen. I gave it away there. Ross Chastain is the guy who won this race, but yeah, it was a really great battle between him and Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch, I swear this guy is cursed. He's cursed. He was leading the race. He pulled off an incredible move on Chastain to take the lead of the race. This one wasn't his fault for me though. He had no choice but to try and go for the overtake while trying to lap chase Briscoe. Briscoe, for me, did not give enough room there. He should have given more room to Kyle Busch, especially with the car coming up behind him, and the fact that he's a lap down effectively at that point, pretty much. I feel for Kyle Busch so much. 19th place, and it could have been another win. I mean, the guy obviously is out of the playoffs, but he's had so many close calls, so many close moments to winning races, and it just didn't happen for him. But yeah, congrats to Ross Chastain. Number 1, getting P1 for the first time in 2024. He ended up smashing the watermelon after the race, which I thought was a pretty fun way to round it off. It's his 5th win overall in the Cup Series. So yeah, unfortunately not too little too late for Ross Chastain to make the playoffs, obviously, but the fact that he's won a race, that's a good note to end 2024, because it's not been the easiest season for him at all, just missing out on the playoffs in the end. But yeah, there we go, guys. Those are the 5 things that we learned from this weekend's race in the NASCAR Cup Series. And what's next? Talladega, baby. Talladega nights. I don't even know if it's a night race or not, but we're going to Talladega, so I'm really looking forward to that. Guys, what were your standouts? Who was your driver of the day? Who was your standout performer in the NASCAR Cup Series over this last weekend? I mean, yeah, very eventful, a race for sure. And of course, we will see you very soon for some more NASCAR content here on the NASCARchronicle.com.